In the previous class, we have discussed what are the different physical, chemical, and biological characteristics of solid waste. Okay, in physical characteristics, we have seen the identification of individual component, particle size, then what is moisture content. Moisture content will be measured in terms of percentage. Then we have seen what is your density of solid waste. Then we have seen the different chemical characteristics. In that we have seen what is the proximate analysis, what is the fusing point of ash, what is the energy content of solid waste. It is measured in kilojoules per kg. Then we have seen what are the different biological characteristics that solid waste will be having. This we have seen in the last class. Now today we are going to solve some of the problems on the physical characteristics, that is based on the moisture content and the density, that we are going to see some of the problem. But before going to the problem, we need to see some of the basic aspects what we want. Okay, as in the last class we have seen what is moisture content. Moisture content is nothing but it represents that the presence of water in the solid waste content, or the presence of moisture in the solid waste. So it is going to be measured in terms of the percentage. It is measured in terms of percentage. Okay, now what is the formula for moisture content? Moisture content is measured by a minus b divided by a into 100. Now what is this a? We have already discussed. A is nothing but the initial mass of the sample as delivered. Means suppose if 100 kg of solid waste we are going to bring, right, as it is, if we are going to keep it, okay, that is nothing but called as an a. Okay, then in order to determine moisture content, what we are going to do is we are going to keep that 100 kg of a solid waste into the your oven at a temperature of around 77 degrees Celsius for 24 hours. So after that, what is going to happen to this weight? Will it be 100%? Because it is going to have some amount of moisture content in it. So after keeping it into the oven, what is going to happen? It will not become equal to 100 kg. Its weight is going to get reduced. So somewhere we will consider it as an 80. So 100 minus 80 divided by 100 into the 100, that is, it is going to give you the moisture content that the 100 kg of solid waste is going to have, that it is going to give you in a percentage. Now in addition to this, in order to solve the problem for the moisture content, in addition to this particular formula, you will be require one more formula, that is the total mass is equal to dry mass plus wet mass. This particular formula you also required in order to solve the problem on moisture content. Next is we are going to determine the density. Okay, density, it is, as you know, the formula is mass divided by volume. So we are going to get the density in terms of kg per meter cube. Okay, so this much is the basic thing that is going to require in order to solve the problem. I'll tell you what is given and what is not given in when we are going to solve the problem. Now we'll see one problem on determination of the moisture content. In this particular problem, they are telling you to estimate the moisture content of a solid waste in a following composition based on 100 kg weight. Okay, in this particular problem, they will be giving you the component and the percentage of mass and moisture content in percentage which is going to be present in that particular solid waste. This much the data will be given to you, and this particular based upon the 100 kg base, that is going to be very important. Say they may give you for the same solid waste, they may tell you to determine the moisture content for 1000 kg base also. How you need to convert it, that I will tell you. Okay, now three component will be given to you: component, percentage of mass, and the moisture content will be given to you. Based upon the 100 kg weight, you need to determine all these waste material, whatever the waste material has been given, how much moisture content together it is going to have with it, that we need to determine in this particular problem. Okay, so now first thing, when we are going to solve the problem, first thing you need to keep it in mind is this percentage of mass, whatever they have given, that is in percentage. Okay, we need to convert it into the weight. Okay, now 100 kg of the sample you are going to have. Okay, the 100 kg of sample you are going to have, for 100 kg of waste, the 100 kg of waste will be having the 15 percentage of a food waste. That means if you are going to convert it into the, if you determine 15% of 100 kg you are going to take, then you are going to get the food kg as 15 kgs. Okay, if you are going to take 15% of 100 kg, then you are going to get how much quantity of food waste? 15 kg. So similarly, paper waste will be how much? Here it is in terms of percentage. So 45% of 100 kg you are going to get 45 kg. Then cardboard, it is 10% of 100 kg you are going to get 10 kg. So if you go and add it, okay, so if you are going to go and add, if you are going to convert it, then you are going to get the 100 kg weight. So this is your A. Okay, this is your value A. Then the moisture content is given to you. Okay, now if you remember the formula, that is the total weight is equal to wet weight plus dry weight. Okay, together it will become the total weight. So here here what we are going to determine is, we need to determine the dry weight, how much it is there. Okay, that is why we need to determine dry weight is, after keeping it into the oven, right, we are going to get the dry weight. So that is the reason why we need to calculate this B. A we have determined it from adding this, and D is your dry mass is nothing but B. As I have told in the formula, A minus B is nothing but your A minus B is, A is nothing but the initial mass of the sample as delivered, and mass of B is nothing but the mass of the sample after drying. So here we are going to find out the dry mass of the sample. Okay, here we are going to finding the dry mass of the sample. How we are going to do it? That is the total mass. Okay, total mass is, for food waste we are going to calculate how much is the dry mass, because they have given the percentage of moisture content here. We are going to calculate the moisture content over here, 15 minus 15 will multiply by 70 divided by 100. So this will become the wet mass. So total mass is 15 minus wet mass. Wet mass is what? Wet mass is nothing but due to the moisture content, how much this particular waste is going to have the wet mass. 70% is the moisture divided by 100. Then for what weight we are going to calculate? We are going to calculate it for 15 kg. So 15 is the total mass minus 70 by 100, 70 is the moisture content, multiply by the total weight of the substance. So we are going to get the dry mass as 4.5. From this particular formula, total weight is equal to wet weight plus dry weight. So total weight, if you want dry weight, then dry weight is nothing but total weight minus wet weight. So this is nothing but called as the wet weight, and this is the total weight. Total weight, why, how we have calculated? Because 15% of 100 kg, it will become 15 kg minus, it is 70% is the moisture content, divided by 100. We will be going to determine the percentage of how much amount of 15 kg, right? If mass is there, then that is going to have the 70% of the moisture content. Then what we will, this is nothing but your wet waste. So 15 total weight minus wet weight is equal to 4.5, that we are going to get the dry weight. Okay, I think, hope it is clear. So similarly, if we go and do it for the others, so 45 minus, okay, 45 is the total weight minus 6% is the moisture content divided by 100 multiplied by 45. 45 is nothing but again the total weight. Out of 45 kg waste, 6% is the moisture content. So you are going to get the wet weight, total weight minus wet weight is equal to 42.3. So similarly for 10 minus 10 into 5 divided by 100. So 9.5. So if you go and add it, right, we are going to get the dry weight in as 79. So A minus B. A is nothing but your initial mass of the sample as delivered, and B is what? the mass of the sample after drying. So A minus B divided by A into 100, we are going to get it as the total moisture content is 21% for this particular waste. Now suppose if they ask you estimate the moisture content of solid waste in the following composition based upon 1000 kg. So 1000 kg 1000 kg ka 1000 kg if they have given it, then 15% of the 1000 kg is how much? 15% of 1000 kg will be 150 kg. 45% of the 1000 kg will become 450 kg. Okay, then 10% of 1000 kg will become equal to 100 kgs. So just like this, whatever the weight they may give, we need to convert it. Usually they may give you in terms of 100 kg base or 1000 kg base. So this is one kind of a problem based on the moisture content. Now we are going to solve one more problem based upon the density. In this particular problem, they will be asking you to determine the density. Okay, in order to determine the density, they will be normally asking in this particular problem. So we'll read it and we'll see what thing they will be require. Okay, now in this problem, they are saying estimate as a discarded density of a solid waste sample using the following data based on 1000 kgs. Okay, so again in this particular problem, what they will be giving you, they will be giving you the component, they will be giving you the percentage of mass, they will be giving you the density. So you need to determine the volume. Based upon that volume, you can calculate the density. Okay, so we will see one by one how we can estimate the density of a solid waste sample using the 1000 kg base. Okay, now in this problem, they have given the food component, that is food waste, paper, plastic, cardboard, garden trimming, wood and tin cans. As you can see in the last problem also I have not told you the moisture regarding the moisture content. In the last problem also, see, food waste will be having 70% of the moisture, paper will be having 6%. So the food waste is going to be having the more amount of moisture content. Here will be seeing it is your density also for food waste, it is 290, paper 85, then your cardboard, it is going to have the typical density 50 kg per meter cube, then your plastic, it is going to have the 65 kg per meter cube of the your density, then garden trimming 105, wood. So these three columns will be given to you. You need to determine the volume. Okay, you need to determine the volume. Here what I have done is, okay, here in this particular problem, now what is 1000, if it is based upon the 1000 kg, so they have given the percentage my mass. So first thing what you need to give after they have given in terms of percentage, you need to convert it into kgs. Okay, 1000 kgs is having 50% or 15% of food waste. So if you convert into 1000 kg base, 15% of 1000 kg will become equal to 150 kg. 45% of 1000 kg, it will become 450 kgs. Okay, then 10 kgs, okay, 10% of 1000 kg, it will become 100 kgs. Okay, I hope it is simple. Then you are going to find out the volume. How you are going to find out the volume? Your volume you are going to find it by using the formula volume is equal to mass by density. So mass is having a unit in terms of kg and density is equal to the kg per meter cube. So kg get cancels, remaining here at a denominator it remains meter cube, so it is going to come up. So you are going to get the volume in terms of meter cube. Okay, so in order to determine how much volume the food waste is going to have, what we have done is we have found out the mass by volume, mass by density. Okay, so how much mass the food waste is going to have? Food waste is going to have, we have calculated that the 15% of 1000 kg is nothing but it is going to have the 150 kg weight. The food waste is going to have the mass, how much? 150 kg divided by density is how much? It is 290. So volume is equal to it is mass by density. Mass is 150, kg for food, and density is how much? 290. So we have got the volume as 0.52. Here also for your paper waste, how much mass we are going to have? For paper waste, we are going to have 450 kg of mass. After converting the 45% of 1000 kg, we are going to get 450 kg. So 450 kg divided by 85, we have got the volume as 5.29. Okay, then 100 kg divided by 50 kg per meter cube. So here again kg by meter cube. Now kg get cancelled, remains is a meter cube. So we are getting the value as 2. Okay, then again for here 100 divided by 65. So like this we have calculated for the different types of waste, and then we have found out the total volume as the 11.07 meter cube. Okay, so after, in order to find out the total density, this particular volume we have calculated it, and if we are going to calculate this percent, the converted kgs, it is going to be the 100 kgs. Okay, so 100 kgs we need to convert all these. Okay, we need to convert all these. It is 100 kg, it is 50 kg. Okay, then again it becomes 50 kg. If we go and add it, it will become 1000 kgs. And after converting it to the 1000 kgs, then what we need to add? For all the types of waste, we need to add the total volume of that particular entire waste, and then we will be finding out the density of an entire your density is equal to mass by volume. So mass is how much for all these waste? It is 1000 kgs divided by volume is how much? It is 11.07. So if we divide 1000 kgs divided by 11.07 kgs, we are going to get 90.33 kg per meter cube is the density of this particular the solid waste. Okay, or this particular solid waste based upon the 1000 kg waste. Okay, so this type of a problem, these both your moisture content and density, both are nothing but your physical type of characteristics that we have solved. In tomorrow's class, we will be seeing the problem on energy content of a solid waste, how to determine the energy content of a solid waste based upon the dry your dry base and ash free dry base, that we will be seeing in the next class, that is in the tomorrow's class. We will be seeing on how to determine the energy content in terms of kilojoule per kg based upon the ash free dry base and the ash free bases. Okay, so that we are going to study in the next class. Thank you.